Welcome back to Mental Health First Aid Part 7. Make sure to check out the previous videos to learn why mental health first aid is so valuable. In this section, we will review data and identify how common mental health disorders are in the United States. The data reinforces how important mental health first aid can be in connecting individuals with community-based resources that can help achieve positive psychological well-being and overall life independence when possible. Mental health first aid promotes resiliency, safety, and recovery. With understanding, empathy, and support, people struggling with mental health problems can live full and meaningful lives. Please make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and notification buttons so that you don't miss an episode in this series. There are many slang terms being tossed around in society that do not accurately represent an individual's true mental health. Not everyone can be narcissists, however, one can exhibit traits at times in their life. Let's look at the difference between having mental health problems and having a diagnosable mental health disorder. Did you know? It is estimated that more than 1 in 5 adults in the United States live with a mental illness. With an estimated 59.3 million people impacted, that equates to 23.1% of the adult United States population. The data shown in this video is from the 2022 National Survey on Drug Use and Health as obtained from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration known as MHFA. For inclusion in the estimates, mental illnesses include those diagnosed at the time of the survey or within the last year meeting a sufficient diagnostic criteria duration. The degree of severity of one's mental health impairments vary from mild to moderate to severe. A link to the website will be listed in the description of this video. Let's look at the differences between having mental health symptoms and illnesses compared to having a severe and persistent mental illness. When life gets complicated, anyone can experience mental, behavior, or emotional changes. A disorder is defined as a mental, behavioral, or emotional disorder that can vary in impact ranging from no impairment to mild or even severe impairment. Causes can be situational, and treatment is generally effective with intervention by appropriate professionals. A severe and persistent mental illness is a mental, behavioral, or emotional disorder resulting in serious function impairment, which substantially interferes with or limits one or more major life activities. This is debilitating and disabling, just as a medical disability would be. Professional interventions by qualified providers can assist in managing and improving an individual's quality of life even when diagnosed with a severe mental illness. Let's break down the statistics from the 2022 survey that estimated that 59.3 million adults over the age of 18 in the United States had a mental illness. Of that number, mental illness was higher among females, which represented 26.4%. Men represented 19.7%. Based on age, young adults 18 to 25 years of age had the highest prevalence of mental illness at 36.2% compared to adults aged 26 to 49 years at 29.4% and 50 years and older at 13.9%. Based on race, mental illness was highest among adults reporting 2 or more races at 35.2%, followed by white adults at 24.6%. Asian adults represented 16.8%. Please hit the subscribe button and like as we go so you don't miss the content in this series. Looking at the number of individuals who have been diagnosed with a severe and persistent mental illness in the United States in 2022 was estimated at 15.4 million, which represented 6.0% of all adults. By gender, 7.1% PF females and 4.8% of males nationwide had a severe and persistent mental illness. By age, young adults 18 to 25 had the highest prevalence at 11.6% compared to adults 16 to 49 years of age at 7.6% and over 50 years old at 3.00%. By race, adults reporting 2 or more races having a severe and persistent mental illness was 11.8%, followed by American Indian Alaskan Native adults at 7.3%. The lowest race in the study to identify having a severe mental illness was Native Hawaiian other Pacific Islander adults at 3.5%. This category, as a reminder, represents individuals who likely have some level of impairments in life as a result of their mental health. Understanding the number of people impacted by mental illness shows how valuable and important mental health first aid basics can be in helping people get assistance. The key tenets of the training are to increase the number of people in the community who can be the connection and lifeline to mental health services for those who are struggling. Following this series, the goal is for you to be able to identify, understand, and respond to signs of mental illness and substance use disorders, as well as to connect them with appropriate services and providers in your community. One person really can make a difference. Awareness is key. If the individual is at risk of harm to themselves or others, call 911 and provide as much information as possible to the responders. There is no shame in reaching out for help. If you are struggling yourself, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you are in a life-threatening situation, contact 911 or go to the nearest emergency room. It doesn't hurt to program this lifeline number in your phone just in case you or someone you meet may need it. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel, as well as like and hit the notification buttons to follow this series. The next episodes will provide information about how to identify specific symptoms and treatment options so that you can be an informed guide to people who may need a little guidance. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.